There comes a time when the storm no longer howls with rage but hums a sacred melody. A time when the winds do not steal your breath but whisper promises in your ear. A time when the ground beneath your feet shakes, not to throw you down but to prepare you for the rise. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, when the heavens are about to pour blessings so grand, so mighty upon your life, you will feel it before you see it. Oh, but do not be fooled. It will not always look like favor at first. It will not come wrapped in silk and laid gently at your door. No, it will come dressed as trials, wrapped in tribulation, and delivered through hands that may not always be kind. You may lose things you thought you could not live without. You may walk through days that feel like night, and just when you think you cannot bear one more burden, that is when you must hold steady, because the breaking always comes before the blessing. When the blessing is near, your spirit will stir in ways you cannot explain. You will feel an unease, a shifting, as though something within you is outgrowing the space it once fit so comfortably. You will find yourself pulled away from places and people who no longer serve your journey. The call will come, not always loud, but deep, pressing, and undeniable. It will tell you to rise, to stretch, to step beyond the small and into. Do not fear when people leave. Do not cling when doors close. What is stripped from you is making room for what is meant for you. The ones who misunderstand you now, the ones who doubt you, the ones who speak your name with contempt, let them, because they do not know the divine hands that are shaping your future. And when your faith is tested, when the path seems unclear, and when all you have left is belief, hold on, because right when you are ready to surrender, the breakthrough will come like the morning sun after the longest night. You will see it, you will feel it, and you will know that every tear, every trial, every lonely moment was simply the road to something greater. So stand firm, walk boldly, and when the winds of change rise, do not shrink, spread your wings. For the blessing is near, and you, my dear, were born to receive it. There is a rhythm to this life, a song that has been sung since the beginning of time. It is not a tune of ease and comfort, not a melody of unbroken joy. No, it is a song of struggle before triumph, of fire before refinement, of valleys before mountain tops. When a great blessing is near, when the heavens are preparing to pour down favor upon your life, it does not always come wrapped in golden ribbons. It does not always announce itself with fanfare and celebration. No, it often enters like a storm. It arrives cloaked in difficulty, dressed in hardship, disguised as trial. And those who do not understand the ways of divine favor will mistake the storm for destruction, the hardship for punishment. But you, dear one, must know better. You will know because the weight you carry will grow heavy before it is lifted. You will know because the road you walk will seem steeper before it flattens. You will know because everything in you will want to stop, to surrender, to say, "This is too much for me to bear." And right there, in that very moment, is where the transformation is taking place. Oh, do not be deceived. When you are being prepared for greatness, you will be tested. You will be stretched, pulled beyond what you thought was possible. The things you once leaned on may crumble. The people you once trusted may fade away. The comfort you once knew may disappear. Not because you are being abandoned, not because you are being forgotten, but because you are being made ready. See, a tree does not grow strong without wind bending its branches, without the weight of the world pressing against it. The diamond does not shine without the crushing force that molds it, the fire that purifies it. The river does not carve valleys without enduring the pressure of time and resistance. And so it is with you. The trials, the tests, the hardships, they are not here to break you. They are here to shape you. So, when you find yourself in the storm, do not curse the rain, do not fear the thunder, do not run from the wind. Stand firm, stand tall, and let the storm do its work. Let it wash away what is no longer meant for you. Let it cleanse your spirit of all that is not aligned with your destiny. Let it make space, clear the path, prepare the soil, because something greater is on the way. There is purpose in your pain. There is meaning in your struggle. And when the weight is heaviest, when the night is darkest, when your heart is weary and your spirit is stretched to its limits, that is when you must remember. The blessing is near. The breakthrough is just beyond the storm. The victory is waiting on the other side of endurance. So do not shrink, do not break, do not mistake the struggle for the end of the story. For it is merely the turning of the page, the setting of the stage, the final test before the triumph. And when that blessing comes, when the favor unfolds, when the weight is lifted and the light breaks through, oh, you will know, you will see why you had to endure, why you had to be stretched, why you had to walk through the fire. And in that moment, when you stand in the fullness of your blessing, you will not remember the pain as suffering. You will see it as the foundation upon which your victory was built. You will look back and understand that every tear, every trial, every moment of doubt was simply proof that the heavens were working, shifting, preparing, and positioning you for something far greater than you ever imagined. So hold on, dear one, hold on, for the storm is not here to break you, it is here to bless you. And when the winds settle and the skies clear, you will rise stronger than before, ready to walk into the fullness of your destiny. There is a stirring before the rising, a shifting before the revealing. It is not always gentle, not always sweet, but it is always necessary. When a great blessing is near, when the doors of favor are about to swing open, the soul knows it before the eyes can see it. And it does not come as a soft whisper, but as a pressing, a stretching, a divine discomfort that will not let you rest where you used to. You will feel it deep in your spirit. It will sit heavy in your chest like an unanswered question, a silent knocking that will not be ignored. The things that once satisfied you will feel empty. The places where you once found joy will no longer sing the same melody. The friendships, the routines, the old familiar comforts, they will begin to shift, to loosen, to make space for something more. But oh, do not be fooled, do not be discouraged. This discomfort is not a sign of loss, not a punishment, not a mistake. No, it is an invitation to rise, to grow, to step beyond the boundaries that once held you safe but now hold you small. For you were not made to stay in places that no longer feed your spirit. You were not made to remain in the shadows of who you used to be. And when the blessing is near, life will begin to nudge you forward, sometimes gently, sometimes with a force that shakes the very ground beneath you. People may leave, and you will wonder why. Doors may close, and you will question what went wrong. The things you used to love may feel foreign, and you will ask yourself if you are lost. But hear me now. This is not the hand of loss. This is the hand of preparation. You see, a seed does not sprout in the comfort of the open air. No, it is buried, pressed into the dirt, hidden from the world. It sits in the dark, stretching, expanding, breaking open before it ever reaches for the sun. And so it is with you. Do not resist the stretching. Do not shrink when you feel the shift. That restlessness in your soul is the whisper of something greater calling you forward. It is the hand of divine favor moving pieces into place. It is the stirring of the winds that will carry you to higher ground. So when the discomfort comes, do not run from it. Lean into it. When the old no longer fits, do not cling. Let it go. When the familiar begins to fade, do not grieve. Rejoice, for it means something new is on the way. And when the time is right, when you have been stretched and shaped, when you have been made ready, the blessing will come. It will step into your life like the morning sun after the longest night. It will fill the empty places, mend the broken spaces, and you will see, oh, you will see, that every moment of discomfort was simply the making of something beautiful, something greater, something destined for you all along. There is a rhythm to life, a sacred flow that moves us from one season to the next. And when a great blessing is near, when the heavens are opening to pour something mighty into your life, there will be a clearing, a pruning, a letting go that must take place before the receiving can begin. You see, you cannot carry old weight into a new season. You cannot walk through the doors of abundance with hands full of things that no longer serve you. And so, when the blessing is on its way, life will begin to strip away the unnecessary, remove the excess, and separate you from what cannot walk with you into your next chapter. At first, it may feel like loss. It may feel like rejection, like endings, like unanswered prayers, but hear me now. This is not a punishment. This is preparation. This is grace in disguise. This is the gentle, sometimes painful hand of divine wisdom, making room for what is greater. People you once trusted may walk away. Relationships you held close may begin to shift. The opportunities you thought would last forever may suddenly disappear. And in those moments, when the ground feels unsteady beneath you, you will be tempted to hold on. You will be tempted to chase, to cling, to question why. But I tell you, do not fight what is being removed. Do not resist what is meant to come. There are things in your life that served a purpose for a time but cannot carry you where you are going. There are people who walked with you through one season, but were never meant to go any further. There are doors that once opened with ease that must now close, so that new ones, greater ones, can take their place. Oh, but the human heart struggles with letting go. We hold on to the familiar, even when it no longer fits. We cling to comfort, even when it stunts our growth. But when the blessing is near, life will not allow you to stay in places that no longer align with your destiny. And so, if you find yourself in a season of separation, if things seem to be slipping from your grasp, do not despair. It is not the end, it is the beginning. The blessing is making room for itself. The shift is clearing the path. A tree does not mourn the leaves it sheds in autumn, for it knows that new life will come in the spring. The river does not fight against the banks that shape its flow, for it understands that they are guiding it towards something greater. And so must you trust the process, trust the divine order of things, trust that whatever is being removed is only clearing the way for what is meant to be. And when the blessing arrives, when the new season unfolds, when you stand in the light of all that was prepared for you, you will see, oh, you will see, that nothing was truly lost. Everything that left was only making space for something greater. Everything that ended was only the beginning of something beautiful. And you will not mourn what you had to release, for your hands will be too full of what was always meant to be. There will come a time when the world grows quiet around you. The familiar voices will fade, the laughter of once close companions will soften, and the places that once felt warm and welcoming will begin to feel foreign. You will find yourself standing alone, not by choice, but by divine design. And in that solitude, in that sacred stillness, something powerful will be happening. Preparation. Do not fear the loneliness. Do not mistake the silence for abandonment. When a great blessing is near, when the heavens are working in your favor, there will be a season when you are pulled away, set apart, hidden from the noise of the world. And though it may feel like isolation, though it may feel like you have been left behind, understand this. It is not rejection, it is refinement. A sculptor does not carve his masterpiece in the midst of a crowd. No, he takes it into a quiet place, a private space where his hands can shape it without distraction. And so it is with you. There are lessons that can only be learned in stillness. There are transformations that can only happen in solitude. There are blessings so great, so mighty, that they require you to be set apart before they can be received. You see, when the blessing is near, you cannot afford to be surrounded by voices that doubt, by hands that pull you backward, by distractions that keep you from your purpose. And so, one by one, the unnecessary will fall away. The conversations that once filled your days will grow fewer. The invitations will cease. The people who once walked beside you may begin to drift. And though your heart may ache for the comfort of companionship, though your spirit may long for the familiar, do not chase after what is being removed. There is a reason for the quiet. There is purpose in the solitude. The hands of divine wisdom are shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for the magnitude of what is coming. And there are some things, some revelations, some breakthroughs, some elevations that can only come when you are alone with yourself, alone with your thoughts, alone with the presence that is guiding you forward. A seed does not break through the soil in the midst of a crowd. It grows in the darkness, in the unseen, stretching its roots deep before it ever reaches for the light. A great eagle does not rise while clinging to the familiar. It must leave the safety of the nest, must soar into the open sky, must trust the unseen wind to carry it higher. and so must you. Do not be afraid of this season. Do not resist the solitude. It is not emptiness, it is preparation. It is the quiet before the breakthrough, the stillness before the shift. And when the time is right, when you have been strengthened, when you have been molded and refined, the doors will open. The blessing will come, and you will step into it not as who you were always meant to be. So stand firm in the silence, trust in the solitude. For when the blessing is near, the world may pull away, but only so that you can rise without hindrance, without distraction, and with the full power of purpose guiding your every step. There will come a time when the weight of the world feels unbearable, a time when the nights stretch long and the morning light seems hesitant to rise, a time when the path ahead is covered in mist and every step feels like walking blindfolded through the unknown. It is in this place, in this pressing, that your faith will be tested like never before. Oh, but do not be deceived. This is not the end. This is not the final chapter. This is the moment before the breakthrough, the trial before the triumph. And when the blessing is near, when the heavens are preparing to pour abundance into your life, it will often feel as though the very ground beneath you is shaking, daring you to hold on just a little longer. The blessing does not always come wrapped in ease. No, it comes after endurance. It comes after the waiting, after the struggling, after the moments that make you question whether you are strong enough to withstand the storm. Because before the breakthrough there is a breaking. Before the victory there is a battle. Before the blessing there is a test. Faith is easy when the road is smooth, when the sky is clear, when the sun warms your face. But faith is proven in the midnight hour, when all seems lost, when the doors stay closed, when the answers do not come as quickly as you had hoped. It is in that place when fear whispers, when doubt knocks, when worry creeps in, that you must stand firm. You must believe even when nothing around you makes sense. You must trust that something greater is at work, even when your eyes cannot yet see it. A mother does not birth her child without labor. A seed does not break through the soil without first being buried in darkness. The river does not carve through stone without relentless persistence, and so it is with you. The blessing that is coming is not small, it is not ordinary, it is something mighty, something sacred, something that will require you to walk by faith and not by sight. Oh, but I know how heavy the burden can feel. I know how the waiting can wear on the soul. You may cry out, how much longer? You may wonder, have I been forgotten? But let me tell you, delay is not denial, silence is not absence, the waiting is not wasted. Every tear, every prayer, every sleepless night is building something within you. It is strengthening you, refining you, preparing you for what. And when the moment comes, when the doors swing open, when the burden is lifted, when the light finally breaks through, you will see, you will understand why you had to endure. You will recognize that the struggle was not to break you, but to build you. And when you step into your blessing, you will do so with wisdom, with strength, with a faith that is unshakable. So hold on. Do not let go. Do not give in to fear, to doubt, to the voice that says it is too hard. You have come too far to turn back now. You have been stretched, molded, prepared for this very moment. The blessing is near, and if you can just hold on a little longer, if you can just keep the faith through the storm, you will see, oh, you will see, that every trial, every tear, every test was only leading you to something greater than you ever imagined. Oh, but do not be discouraged. Do not mistake the trials for punishment. Do not believe for one moment that the hardship means you are forgotten. Quite the opposite, my dear. You are being refined. You are being shaped. You are being prepared for something far greater than you can see right now. Look back at history, at every soul who ever carried greatness in their hands. They did not rise without a struggle. They did not step into their blessing without first walking through the fire. A diamond does not shine without pressure. A warrior is not made without battle. A masterpiece is not painted without the steady, deliberate strokes of an artist who knows that each layer, each shadow, each detail must be crafted with patience. And so, if you find yourself in the midst of trials, if you feel as though every door is closing, every road is blocked, every hope is slipping through your fingers, know this: your test is only a sign that your blessing is near. You see, a test is not given to those who are unworthy. A test is given to those who have the potential to rise higher, to reach further, to carry something extraordinary. And if you were not meant for more, if you were not being prepared for something mighty, you would not be facing the trials before you now. But here is what you must understand. The test is not here to destroy you. It is not here to break you beyond repair. It is here to strengthen you, to build you, to show you what you are made of. It is here to remove what no longer serves you, to strip away doubt, to sharpen your vision, so that when the blessing arrives, you will not only receive it, you will be ready to carry it with wisdom, with gratitude, with power. For too many people give up in the middle of the test. They see the storm and turn back. They feel the weight and let go. They mistake the struggle for a sign that they are unworthy, when in truth it is the very proof that they are chosen. Oh, but you are not one to shrink. You are not one to break under the pressure. No, you are one who will stand firm, one who will endure, one who will press forward even when the path is steep, because you know, oh, you know, that what waits on the other side of this test is something greater than you ever imagined. And when that blessing comes, when the weight is lifted, when the light breaks through, you will look back and understand. You will see why you had to be stretched, why you had to endure, why the test was necessary. And you will not regret a single tear, a single late night, a single moment of struggle, for they were only the stepping stones, leading you to the blessing that was meant for you all along. So do not fear the test. Do not run from it. Embrace it, endure it, rise through it. Because when you pass this test, and you will walk into a blessing so great, so abundant, so divine, that you will know without a doubt that every trial, every struggle, every test was worth it. There will come a time when everything around you feels as though it is shifting, when the old places no longer feel like home, when the conversations you once enjoyed no longer feed your spirit, when the dreams inside you grow too large for the space you are in. That is when you will know change is coming. That is when you will feel it deep in your bones, like the whisper of a new season calling your name. Oh, but change is not easy. It is not comfortable. It does not come dressed in soft silks or gentle hands. No, it comes with fire, with wind, with a force that will shake you from the roots of who you were and demand that you rise into who you were always meant to be. And when the blessing is near, when the heavens are preparing to pour something mighty into your life, you will feel the undeniable push toward something greater. You may not understand it at first. You may wonder why the old paths no longer fit, why the friendships that once felt like home now feel like distance, why the things that used to bring you peace now feel like chains. But do not be afraid of the discomfort. Do not resist the stirring inside of you. It is not a mistake. It is a sign that you are outgrowing where you are, a sign that new doors are about to open, a sign that your spirit is preparing for a shift so grand, so divine, that you will never be the same again. And yet, too many people fight the change. They cling to the past, to the familiar, to the safety of what they have always known. They shrink themselves to fit into places they have outgrown, afraid to step into the unknown, afraid to trust the journey ahead. But hear me now, the blessing will not meet you in the places you have outgrown. The abundance, the favor, the new opportunities, they are waiting for you on the other side of fear. A caterpillar does not fight the cocoon. It does not resist the transformation, even though the process is dark, even though it is uncomfortable, even though it must break itself open before it can fly. And so must you. If you wish to walk into your blessing, you must be willing to let go of what no longer serves you. You must be willing to release the old so that the new can find you. Oh, but I know the fear that comes with change. I know the weight of stepping into the unknown. It is not easy to leave behind what is familiar. It is not easy to walk forward when you cannot. And so, my dear, when the winds shift and the road bends, when the world around you begins to tremble with change, do not shrink. Do not cower in fear. Do not mistake the breaking for the end. Oh no, it is the beginning of something mighty, the beginning of a season so full, so rich, so overflowing with favor, that you will look back on these days of struggle and know every tear was watering the harvest to come. You see, blessings do not come to those who sit still, to those who cling to comfort, to those who refuse to let go of what is already gone. Blessings come to the ones who endure, to the ones who trust even when the night is long, to the ones who refuse to let fear keep them from what was always meant to be theirs. And so, if you find yourself standing in the middle of change, if you feel the weight of transformation pressing upon you, do not fight it. Do not resist the shift, for the doors that are closing now were never meant to hold you forever. The people who are leaving now were only part of your story for a season. The struggles you are facing now are not here to break you, but to build you, to prepare you, to position you for the very thing you have been praying for. And when that day comes, when the blessing arrives, when the doors swing wide, when the light pours down and you step into all that was prepared for you, you will see, you will understand why you had to wait, why you had to endure, why you had to walk through the fire to reach the gold. And you will not regret a single moment of the journey, for you will stand tall, strong, unshaken, and crowned with the glory of one who held on just long enough to step into their divine reward. So hold on, my dear, keep walking, keep believing, for the blessing is near, and when it comes, it will be greater than anything you ever imagined.